What's going on, guys? I'm with the Moose, and today we're back with another episode of my Seattle Mariners franchise. Let's get into the games you guys missed. We did play 6 games, and we're going to pick it up with the final game of a series against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or Tampa Bay Rays, I should say. They dropped the Devil a while back. But the last game you guys saw in the game that you guys just watched was James Paxton shutting down the Orioles. We won 1-0. Then this one, obviously, you guys could see we lost against the Orioles 7-6. They actually scored 5 runs in the 5th inning. Just terrible to see that. Had a home run from Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz, and 2 from Mike Zunino. He's really found his power stroke lately, which is very, very nice. J.A. Happ, though, ended up getting 7 earned. If I can remember correctly, he actually only should have given up like 4 or 5, but for some reason the game didn't give an error on a few different plays, and we did lose that one 7-6, of course. Next game, we had King Felix on the mound, feeling pretty confident, but in the second inning, I unfortunately gave up 3 runs with him, and we couldn't recover despite having 2 runs in the first inning, which included Robinson Cano and Kyle Seager getting RBIs. Really couldn't do much later on in the game. Like I said, Felix giving up 3 runs. Really has been kind of inconsistent lately. 8 strikeouts, which was nice, but really could not, get the job done when I really needed him most. And we dropped our second straight. Moving on to the next game, we actually were able to pick up a victory this time, 6-4. In extra innings, it was a little bit of a rocky game. We had a 3-0 lead going into the 7th inning. Gave up 4 runs, which was not what we needed to see. We did end up having homers with Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager, and Logan Morrison. Logan Morrison especially getting going lately. But Hisashi Iwakuma gave up actually 3 runs in the 7th. We brought in Danny Farquhar. He actually gave up a run as well, which actually gave the Blue Jays a lead, which really scared me. I was able to tie it in the 9th on a solo home run, and then I got 2 runs in the 10th, which was very, very nice. Fernando Rodney came in, had a scoreless bottom of the 10th inning. We were able to pick up a win in that one. Moving on to the next game after that, we just had a terrible game. Not going to lie, we gave up 10 runs. It was ridiculous. After the 5th inning, I was pretty demoralized, down 8-0. Kind of tried to bring it back a little bit. Had a home run from Robinson Cano and Logan Morrison. Got 4 runs on the board, but really couldn't bring it back too much. Taijuan Walker just had a terrible game, 7 earned. Another one of those where he really should have only had like 4 or 5 earned, which is still not a very good game, but sometimes the errors don't really count. And then Kevin Correa ended up giving 3 runs himself. I kind of just wanted him in there, get the innings in. It was a terrible game, get it over with, and, pretty much save my bullpen. Next game, we were able to pick up a victory. This one, both teams were scoreless until the 9th. I ended up getting 3 runs on a Kyle Seager homer, which was crazy. Definitely a clutch hit. Had runners on first and second, needed a clutch hit, and I ended up hitting a homer, which was very, very nice. And then I brought in Fernando Rodney to close the door. He ended up giving up a run. We got out of the inning without losing the game, but of course it would have been nice if it wasn't so shaky of an inning, giving up 2 hits and a walk. So not the best inning for Rodney, but at least we won the game. And then the final game that you guys missed, J.A. Happ was on the mound and actually pitched a pretty stellar game. Did give up 2 runs in the first inning, but overall had a very solid outing. We ended up scoring in the first 4 innings. And then, Yorvis Medina almost gave up this game. Or I really should say Dominic Leone almost gave up this game. I'm sorry. Leone was in. I was trying to save my bullpen once again. They'd been in, very often in the past few games. And Leone was pitching well until the 9th inning, in which he gave up a couple hits and ended up giving 3 earned runs up. Medina came in, was able to close the door at the very, very end, but it was definitely a shaky outing right there. We did have another home run with Robinson Cano. I believe he's up to 13 on the season, but let's get right into it with another game. Like I said, we're playing at the Tampa Bay Rays, and we got Felix Hernandez on the mound against Drew Smyly. Let's get into the game, and hopefully we get a victory. Getting into the game now, you guys can see we're down in the division by 3 games. Not terrible. Hopefully we can, turn that around a little bit, especially with this game going forward. Felix Hernandez on the mound definitely should be a pretty solid game. At least we would hope. I mean, Felix has been kind of shaky lately, so I'm not going to make any guarantees that he's going to pitch very well for every single game. But obviously you expect King Felix to do well. Right here, gives up a huge hit to right center field, and I think we're able to contain this to a double, thankfully. But definitely not what we want to see, especially in the first inning of all innings. Really want to set the tone for the game, and weren't able to do it there. Right here, get the runner out at first, so there's 2 outs now. Really, trying to control the damage. 2-1 count, 2-1 pitch, the next batter, and we make a mental mistake and run in instead of just staying put, and he's able to score, or the Tampa Bay Rays, I should say, are able to score a run in the first inning, but I believe we do get out of it with a little pop-up right here. So definitely not the best first inning. But at least we did control the damage a little bit and only give up 1 run when it really could have been a lot more if I kind of let that get to me. Kyle Seager right here, just been a beast all season, leading the league in average, and just been a complete monster the entire year. Really, really impressive what he's been able to do. Get a double right there. Justin Ruggiano flies one to center field, and I'm definitely going to try to tag up since this is pretty deep. Kyle Seager, I think, makes it into third pretty easily, but look at what happens with the cutoff throw to third, gets away and goes into the dugout, and we're able to score a run off that. I'll take it. Get runs any way you can, and that's definitely, you know, something that I'm happy about. Mike Zunino able to draw a walk there, gets on first. Brad Miller up with 2 outs though, and he grounds out to third, so not able to capitalize on the walk, but hey, got the run, and that's all that matters from the error from center field, or actually from you know, the cutoff man. So, you know, I'll take it, anything I can do to get runs. You know, I'm not going to complain whatsoever, and really, hopefully we can get Felix on track here. Gets a nice strikeout here, and Mike Zunino throws to first for the out. Of course, gotta make that if the ball goes into the dirt on a strikeout here. Gives up another hit. That seems like what have been happening with Felix lately. Maybe I gotta pitch more around the zone instead of exactly in the zone with Felix. Not completely sure what I should do, but right there, great sinker, gets the strikeout. Just a great pitch. Whenever I get the sinker going, it's unreal. Right here, we're skipping to the bottom of the third. Of course, we're starting to implement this new editing style right here. Home run to left field though. But like I said, the editing style that I'm trying to implement a little bit is, you know, eliminating the boring stuff. And obviously, you guys have missed a couple of the top of the thirds and top of the innings, I should say, where I'm hitting, where it's just boring. You know, 3 straight outs, nothing really to see. So I'm trying to skip to the you know, important innings, the one that mattered. Right here, Nelson Cruz ripped to right field. I thought this was going to be a fly out, to be completely honest, and it ended up being a home run. I'm definitely going to take that. No complaints there. Nelson Cruz second on the team in homers. I believe that was his 12th of the season, and definitely been turning it on of late. Right here, Kyle Seager again. Single up the middle. What else do you expect? I seriously, honestly get like 1 or 2 hits every single game with Seager, if not 3 to 4. He's just that good. It's crazy. Right here, Justin Ruggiano gets a single through the left side. Runners on first and second for Jesus Montero, who comes up and just clobbers this baseball. Gone for the home run. 3-run shot right there for Jesus Montero, my backup first baseman who only plays when there's lefties on the mound, and really clutch hit there. Gave us a 5-2 lead, and you know, that should be more than enough for Felix. I know that was one of Felix's problems in the early years of his career, is that his you know, his offense, the team, the Mariners would not score any runs for him. He'd pitch, you know, an 8-inning game, give up 1 or 2 runs, and they would still lose. Right here, look at that ball. Just dip over the first base and somehow become fair. And now they got first and third, of course. This is just what happens when I have Felix. I don't know what happens, but right there, walk a guy to make the bases loaded. And another terrible situation when King Felix is on the mound. Great curveball right there. Unreal to get the strikeout. 1-1 pitch right here. And he bloops one down the line. This is able to score 2. Of course, they're running on contact since there's 2 outs. And they're able to score 2 runs on that one. So definitely not what we needed to see. Makes it 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th, when we really should be, you know, kind of cruising at this point. Up 5-2 after the Jesus Montero home run. Really should have been able to, you know, make some plays with Felix and really been able to shut this game down. Not quite though. Again, hopping into the bottom of the 5th inning now after the bottom of the 4th, of course, that you guys saw. Walk the leadoff man, which is never a good idea. Throw to second here, which wasn't the best idea. I did get him, but definitely kind of unwise. I did get him, so I guess I can't be too upset about it. And then right here, next batter, just crushes one to right field, and another home run in this game. And they're taking the lead once again. This is now 6-5. The Tampa Bay Rays are winning, and it's just unbelievable. Felix Hernandez really has had a tough time, a tough go of it this season, ever since, you know, the beginning month, the April month of the season. He's really not done very well, and I really got to get him on track if I want to make a postseason run. Right here, bringing Danny Farquhar. Felix obviously was not being too effective, and hopefully Farquhar can shut it down a little bit. I believe he does get out of the inning here. We do throw it a second, get the out, throw back to first, can't turn the double play, so of course we got to get one more out, and they're able to get a single through and score 1 more run. So it's now 7-5. We got to make a comeback. Hopefully we can do just that. And Danny Farquhar finally able to get the final out right here after a pretty terrible couple innings right there. The 4th and 5th really killed us. Justin Ruggiano, though, top of the 6th, leading us off with a base hit. Very nice to see that. Ruggiano, definitely a hitter that's going to be crucial for a potential postseason run right here. Right here, Mike Zunino man, I just am not very good with him, to be completely honest. Another strikeout for him. Seems like he strikes out every single time I have him at the plate. Right here, Jesus Montero, just been a beast. Gets another hit, and Justin Reggiano safe at third. So now I got first and third with just one down for Brad Miller, who's been a monster all season. Gets a hit, gets us down by just one, 7-6 now. Really clutch hit there. Ichiro Suzuki now up, and he rips one into the left center field gap for a nice base knock, and we're able to score 2 on this, I believe. Ichiro going all the way to second, actually possibly going to third. Yeah, he goes to third. Oh my goodness, couldn't remember that. Ichiro with a 2-run triple, just crazy, awesome to see right there. We take the lead, and then Austin Jackson able to ground out to second base, which isn't the best result, but hey, I got the run in. That's all that matters, and now we're up 9-7. Skipping to the bottom of the 9th now, Fernando Rodney coming in with a 9-7 lead, and we get a fly ball pretty deep to left center field. We're somehow able to track it down with Austin Jackson. That would have been really bad if we somehow gave up another home run. That would have been unreal. Fernando Rodney, next batter, strikes him out with a 4-seam fastball. A little bit lower than I wanted it. And then the next batter, of course, another strikeout on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Fernando Rodney been picking it up as of late, and we get the victory. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. If you did, please leave a like down below, and definitely check back for more of these. I'll have the monthly update coming out soon for May. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.